Correspondent Jane Dougal has this report.
In Qatar, this could see you in prison or even given the death penalty. This protest is to pressure FIFA ahead of a World Cup in a country where same-sex relationships are illegal. And just days before the tournament begins, an ambassador for the World Cup, Khalid Salman, has told a German broadcaster that homosexuality is haram, which means forbidden, but he went further, denouncing same-sex relationships.
But do you think gay is haram?
It's haram. Because why is haram?
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, you've seen that and you heard that intro. We are going to be talking about the Qatar World Cup LGBTQ controversy going on. And, of course, the biggest spokespeople for the LGBTQ community over there in Qatar right now is the West. Wales, England, United States, etc. The Western nations are the most vocal about it. So I got this video for you, and then I got the Tate bros reacting to it as well. But I want to read a little bit here just so we can kind of get a gist of what the energy was like heading into this World Cup. If they want to visit Qatar, we have no problem with it. Minister of State for Energy Affairs Saad Shirad Al-Kabi said of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community, speaking to Bild in comments published on Wednesday. Bild is a German, It's a German newspaper. Yeah. But he said the West wants to dictate what it wants to Qatar, where homosexuality is illegal. If you want to change me so that I will say that I believe in LGBTQ, that my family should be LGBTQ, that I accept LGBTQ in my country, that I change my laws and the Islamic laws in order to satisfy the West, then this is not acceptable. So he let him know that he wasn't budging. He said you could come, but you can't change us, all right? So we're about to get into this video right here. Just continuing on from the intro, all right? Let's roll it.
But do you think gay is haram?
It's haram. Because why is haram? I am not one big Muslim, but it's haram. Why? Because it's damaging the mind.
At this point, a World Cup official steps in to bring the interview to an abrupt halt. His words have upset many, including Helen Hardy, founder of LGBT football team Manchester Laces.
It was so definite, what was said, and so deeply offensive, and I don't think it could be taken any other way. So we're quite clear on how they feel about LGBTQ plus people.
Now let me just pause right here, because that might sound like a normal response in today's day and age. That might sound like a normal response, but you go back in history long enough, and Qatar, the way Qatar is reacting to this was more so the normalcy. You know what I mean? And homosexuality, as far as being practiced, is still not very normal. You know what I mean? But I think the problem that ladies like her, I think the problem that the West has with going to these countries is, like he said, like the Minister for Energy said in Qatar, you can visit, you can go, we'll even allow you to come here, but you cannot try to change us. You can't go to another country and dictate to them how they should run their country, how they should treat people. You can't do that. Because if anyone was to try to come here and do that, we would look at them like they're crazy. The same rule applies. You might say America's bigger, America's better, we have more of this and more of that. Okay, true. But, Qatar is a nation who still holds religious values very high, and they're still very important to their people. That's why they see the LGBTQ lifestyle as haram. It's simply just an understanding of the do's and don'ts of their religious doctrine. In Qatar, that's really it. It shouldn't be offensive. It's just as simple as that. This is an outrage because of people virtue signaling and thinking that they know what's best for other countries, thinking that they know what's best for the world. You can't go to a country and virtue bully them into believing what you want them to believe. End of story.
The 2022 FIFA World Cup is Qatar.
It's been controversial from the start. There was widespread criticism 12 years ago when Qatar was announced as the hosts. The then FIFA president, Sepp Blatter, has since been banned from football over a corruption scandal. And speaking to the BBC for an upcoming 5 Live podcast, Blatter admitted Qatar had been a mistake. Not because homosexuality is outlawed or their poor human rights record, but because of the size of the country.
It's a big, big organization which needs also a big country. Qatar is too small to do that. I said to myself, I was right at a certain time to say we should not go there.
The danger to LGBT people has prompted England captain Harry Kane to join with Wales captain Gareth Bale in announcing they will wear a One Love armband for the tournament. It's prompted a wider debate about sports washing.
As an England
I understand them wanting to support gay people in a nation where gay people aren't very supported, but they have to understand how it's a bit disrespectful to the nation that they're visiting. This isn't England. This isn't America. You're in a different culture, and I think that when you go to a different culture, you have to, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. But in typical Western fashion, we gotta go. We go to another place and we just make it all a big deal. Everybody knew Qatar was this way prior. The only reason this is a big deal now is because there's a lot of people there for the World Cup. Had Qatar just been, living their daily life as usual, no one would even be talking about them right now. But all right, we got enough of this. Let's listen to what the Tate bros got to say about it. They'll probably be talking for about 3, 4, 5 minutes, who knows. And then we're gonna wrap this video up. All right, let's go.
Imagine being a generic football fan, just a guy who likes football. Yeah, just bring it in.
Come in.
Imagine being a generic football fan, just a guy who likes football. You don't give a shit about any of these political statements, any of this garbage. And now all of a sudden by just watching the football games and supporting football, you're on the side of mass. I don't even know what you are. What are they doing? Mass degeneracy? It's insanity. Can't you just like football now?
Or can't you just, have sex with who you want in your house without having to show everyone in the World Cup?
Bro, you're lucky I'm not Mr. Producer, because I saw some English TV show. There was an English TV show. Thanks. There's an English TV show. Just leave it, bro. Thanks. There was an English TV show, and it's one of these guys. He's one of them football pundits. I don't know. And it was BBC Two or something. And there's a full 3 minute singing and dancing, just saying how important it is to have rainbow armbands. Why? I don't get it. Why can't people just play football? Why do they have to mix in this agenda with everything?
Yeah, I don't
It's the West has no culture besides that. It's the last piece of culture, the pride flag. And I don't give a shit if people are gay. I don't care. You can be as gay as you want. But why do you have to not? Why did you go to another country and make sure that they understand how important it is that you believe that that's an important thing?
Well, interestingly enough, Andrew, in the argument of love is love and we should celebrate and make legal all types of love, if you are from Qatar and you are a Muslim and you live in England, you cannot legally marry 3 or 4 women. Polygamy is against the law in England. So if we were to hold the World Cup in England, could the Qatari players have their pro-polygamy, pro-multi-wife armbands on? But I don't think they would.
I don't think they would.
No, because they don't want to push their culture on other people. They're just happy being who they are. And I think that that's what every culture should do.
Yeah, because it's absolutely not arrogant to believe that your worldviews are somehow shared by every other nation on earth. It's actually amazing that the West pretends to be moral and has any kind of moral high ground.
Yeah, I was going to say, not even shared. It's not that the West thinks our views are shared around Earth. We think that our views are the best views on Earth. We believe in the West that we are the moral high ground of the world in just about everything, every metric you could think of.
You look at the track records of the West, whether it's starting wars or look at some of the ideas the Matrix is purporting now.
I did say this yesterday.
Yeah, there's Matrix. I mean, the ideas that the Matrix is purporting now amongst the populations of the West are absolutely not utterly degenerate. They're not moral. You're going to sit there and
Balenciaga
say that, it's okay to chop people's dicks off at the age of 8 and 9, and that's somehow good. And then you want to talk to others about morality. There's absolutely nothing moral about the West. The West is disgusting in many various forms, and for them to sit there and pretend that they know so much more than other countries is absolutely not utterly disrespectful.
Yeah, imagine that. Just imagine that. I didn't think about it exactly that way. My mind didn't immediately go there, but yeah, just think about all the immoral and backwards and upside down things that we promote and push right to children here in this country. But you want to throw protests in Qatar because of their laws? It's not like they did this because gay people were coming in. No, this is how Qatar has been. These are their rules. This is their rules. This is their culture.
So
by most metrics, Qatar as a country outperforms nearly every Western country.
yeah, absolutely.
It's safer. They have families, lower divorce rate. They're doing something right. So for us to come along and say, no, they're doing everything wrong, they have to believe the way we think, is absolutely not utterly arrogant.
Absolutely and utterly arrogant. I'm going to end the video right there, you guys, because I think they're about to talk about the Balenciaga thing, the Balenciaga ad controversy, which I did a video on that. I'll link it somewhere in the, at the end of the video or whatever. But let me know what you guys think about this LGBTQ Qatar stuff. Let me know what you want to see next in the videos down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe on your way out the door. Until next time, you guys, I'm out. Peace.